So many fantastic Aussie musicals out there. Some of Aussie origin, like Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, and Strictly Ballroom, and The Adventures of Snugglepot and Cuddlepie, but all the way to Song Contest, the Almost Eurovision Experience. That's a long name. Song Contest, the Almost Eurovision Experience. Um, Sally Collins is here to have a little bit of a chat about it. How's it all going? Is it all coming together? Don't tell the truth if it's bad.
It's difficult to say if it's all coming together. I honestly think with this one, we won't know until it actually opens how successful it's going to be, because I reckon with this particular musical, I think we bring about 50% or maybe 60%, and the audience is going to bring the rest, because it's so interactive that I think it's all going to depend every night on how the audience responds.
Yes. Will everyone know all of the songs, or are there some originals in there?
No one's going to know any of the songs. I think they're all original.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it is great. And they're actually really, really catchy. So you probably go out humming them still. But I think they were all, my understanding is they were all written for the show. But each one of them is a loving homage to an existing Eurovision song from history, I think, or a couple of them together. There's some very definite styles that you can link back, some of them to songs in the past. And some of them, no one in the cast can really figure out where they've come from or what they're relating to, but no doubt there is something there that we just don't know yet.
And what character do you play?
Oh, I play a few different ones. We've got quite a small cast, and each of us comes on stage in several different characters throughout the night. So I play Gulshani Ozmapop, who's a Hungarian pop star. She's representing Hungary. I'm part of a all-girl girl band from the UK. And a couple of others, Ireland, and who's the other one? A Russian vagabond. And then at the end, I'm one of the live crosses from Ireland as well.
Wowzers, trousers. So lots of costume changes.
It's very costume heavy, which, I think we're all pretty excited about. But there's a lot of changing.
Yeah, like Eurovision is really known for its outlandish costumes, and I used to watch the Eurovision with commentated by Terry Wogan, R.I.P. And that was a good time. But I lost track of it in recent years. But it's made me think. Why did I let go of that tradition of watching the Eurovision? Because it's so much fun, right?
It is a lot of fun, and it's kind of unlike anything else that I can think of. It's just such a specific style that goes with Eurovision, the really out there costumes, the really wacky dance moves, and the blend often with the sort of traditional element from that country. It's pretty unique, I think.
Yeah. Sometimes I go traditional, and sometimes it's just so many sequins. You could just be from, the country of sequin. How much is there much sequin action? Have you seen all your costumes yet?
A lot of sequins, a lot of strobe. What else is there? Yeah, there's a lot of shiny stuff backstage. Yeah.
Fantastic fun time, but it'll have some sort of story, I guess, will it?
I guess the broad narrative each night is that the audience comes to the Eurovision performance. They sit through hopefully they enjoy 11 performances from 11 different countries, which is hosted by a Belarusian woman, because Belarus is the host country for this year. And then the audience actually votes on their phone. So they go to a website and live vote at the end of the night for which country they want to win. And each person in the audience is seated at a table which is representing a different country. So as they come in to sit at the beginning of the night, they're allocated a country, and then they're representing that country, their fans. Then when they vote on their phones, they can't vote for their own country as per your normal Eurovision rules. You can't vote for your own country. Then I think the producer of our show, Pete Young, is going to print out the results, hand them to us backstage, and then we go through and have a scoring. You know how at the end of Eurovision they live cross to all the different countries to get their scores? So that's the final act of the show. So it'll be different every night. There'll be a different winner every night and a different encore every night. So it could really go anywhere.
So you got the video and audio and lights and music going everywhere. It's quite a complex production in a way, isn't it? in a way that it is complex.
It is going to be. Thankfully, that's not my department, but I think there's going to be a lot of. There's been so much setup done already because it's being done in a school hall, which is the heritage hall, not just the normal sort of assembly hall. So they've built a stage. They're bringing in all of the sound and lights and special effects and things, setting it all up from scratch in basically just a wooden hall. So yeah, I'm glad that's not my problem, but I think those guys are on top of it.
They're on top of it. I've heard good things about the organisation, and it's going to be amazing. And what do you think? Do you have any fond memories of any Eurovision winners?
Oh, I do remember Conchetta. We were just talking about it before. Conchetta Wurst, the bearded lady. I remember I was at work. It was about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and I work in operating theatres, and we just finished a really long emergency case. The surgeon and I and the anaesthetist had just gone out to have a cup of tea or something at the end of the case, waiting for the next one because it was a really busy night, and we were just sitting there in this sort of hazy middle of the night, super tired way, just staring dumbstruck at the screen, watching Conchetta Wurst being crowned the Eurovision winner for, I think it was 2014. So that's the one that I can think of. But just looking back through history, it's amazing how many well-known artists have, I think, got their start in Eurovision, or at least been acknowledged early in their careers as winners at Eurovision.
Yeah, no, like Australia can't really be in it, can we? No. Not
well, we are invited, but I just don't think we're ever going to win, because I think really it's like the sort of kid that you invite to play the game, but no one knows they're actually very good at it, and you just kind of get them in to give them a bit of a laugh and a nice time, but they're not actually going to win. I feel like that's Australia's representation.
They probably want to vote for some European.
I would think so.
Wouldn't it be
and
good
the winner,
if
host? Yeah.
Wouldn't it be good if the Ukraine won this year? Just they need a hand up.
A lot more than Eurovision to help them out now. But thankfully, I don't think there are any Ukraine jokes in the show, because I think that might be a bit off colour at the moment. Absolutely.
Well, look, it's all kicking off on March 4th over at the Orange Public School Hall there. Now, what's the proper name for it? I should know that. Heritage Hall.
Yeah.
Heritage Hall is the place to be. A few tickets left over at Stage Centre is the place to get those, and maybe we'll have to go around again in another few months. It's a really big success.
Well, I think we should take it on tour. I mean, after we see what Orange makes of it, which I'm not entirely sure it's going to be received. I think it'll be bemusement, but also appreciation. But I reckon after all the work we've done and over a long period of time because of COVID, I reckon we should do it again, take it on tour. Absolutely. I'll have a chat to the producer.
Yes, I'll come on as a roadie.
That'd be great.
But my fees are quite high, so I'm just joking. Well, thanks so much, Sally. What's the name of your character in the show again?
Oh, Gushani Osmapop.
Oh, my God. Gushani Osmapop. Well, I look forward to seeing you as Gushani on sometime between March 4th and 19th. And thanks so much for having a chat.
Great. Look forward to it. See you then.